This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell.
Anyway, we're just heading back, no big deal. Only a 20-minute walk. Look at me, I have a comb over. Oh, there's lightning.
Last week, we got a 15-minute warning that we'd be hauling out of the marina and onto the hard in Chiapas, Mexico. So we scrambled to get a move on and head over to the lift. We were not very well prepared, and suffering from a bit of PTSD from our last haul-out experience.
Help!
I was at the bow, ready to fend off our shiv of an anchor from spearing into this quaint little $1 million fishing yacht ahead of us. And Chris was trying with all his might to push our 12-ton beefy boy off this piling. Captain Hercules over here was pretty impressive, but now he's got to get back down below and start driving, and quickly, because this current is bound to push us right back over into the dock. We started drifting over again, and it was then that I realized my 5-foot body did not extend beyond our anchor. With Chris at the bow, I went to the stern to make sure our ass wasn't grinding on that piling. Okay, we're almost in the clear. I think we got this. Chris then realized my hand was caught between our solar panel and the piling, and why I didn't go to the front.
Help!
Help was on the way, but not quite fast enough. Yep, we definitely hit that piling. But the drama didn't end there. Once in the slings, we realized we didn't have the holding spots for our straps marked correctly, so we slipped coming out of the water, which bent our prop shaft. There's no turning back now. Today, we're hauling out to be dry docked for hurricane season. Stay tuned to see what that's all about. We approached the slings just right, very straight, and had no trouble tossing our lines to the helping hands at all 4 points. Once we were secure in the slings, we had a team of professionals slowly raise us out of the water. Based on what happened last time, we all agreed to tie the 2 slings together on each side to avoid another slip-up. This was a great idea on any monohull like us with a full keel, and seemed to be very standard practice for the guys in the yard. Not only were our anxiety levels at an all-time high during this process, but we also both had to come to terms with the reality of leaving our home behind in another country for several months. And the big question of, where were we going to live after this? I guess it's possible that all the feelings may not have been as mutual as I had thought. But who could sit at a time like this? We were now weighted in the slings, and this was our cue to get off the boat. No! It's retreating! This is just so Drifter would have plenty of wiggle room during his big debut out of the water. It was all forward motion from here. Sweet success! Drifter was officially out of the water and headed towards his new parking spot. And we brought up the rear at a really comfortable snail's pace with an extra side of relief. Once we got into our assigned space, the crew went straight to work getting us set up. The crew pulls the equipment back, and now we're left to check on our bottom. Really nothing significant, a little growth which was to be expected, and the prop could probably use a good scrub. But overall, we appear to be in pretty good shape. Next, we grab a ladder and crawl up to finish our prep list.
success. We're all hauled out, and now we're on our little divide and conquer missions. So my job is to keep packing up the boat. Chris is going to get an extension cord because we don't quite reach. So he's going to Home Depot to get the extension cord so we can have our AC unit running the whole time, which will help keep the boat dry and everything from getting all moldy, hopefully. So I cleaned out the fridge, and I have a bunch of goodies here that I'm gonna donate to the other cruisers that are here for a little while longer.
As for our dry and non-perishable items, we have stowed these aboard in plastic totes, in hopes no critters realize that they're there. As soon as Chris got back, we gave the engine a good flush.
You gotta make sure there's water coming out there.
Okay, hold this in. Yeah, it's coming out.
There, that should be one pickled system. I'm gonna kind of just get ready to start the oil change.
Right.
Hopefully that was enough time to warm up the oil enough. All right, we got all the oil out. Somehow I sucked 8 quarts out of a 7-quart system. We were a bit high though, which is a big no-no when it comes to engines. You should not overfill them with oil. So we'll be extra careful not to this time.
With our oil change complete and inside jobs all checked off, it's time to button up the outside. And it is full-blown tarp city out here. We also plug our through holes with sponges so no birds, bugs, or rodents can nest home in Drifter while we're gone.
We're almost there at the finish line. Chris is just finishing up some tape jobs, and looks like we're all sealed up. Hopefully this holds. It'd be nice to be able to test it against some real nasty weather, but we don't really have that opportunity. So we're just gonna keep our fingers crossed. Yeah.
And that's a wrap.
To be honest, I thought it was gonna be much worse. Our day started at 8. It is 6:30 p.m.
Yep.
We've done all the things.
We have. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple days. It's been non-stop. Go, go, go. Get stuff done. Clean stuff, reorganize stuff, purge stuff.
I didn't go non-stop. There were times when I was laying in the back cooling off. But it was a very productive day. We got everything we wanted to do done. I'm happy with the tarps, and everything seems to be secured. So we'll just have to wait and find out. See how Drifter fares his time here in Chiapas. Gorgeous marina, nothing around it. Everything stops at 5. It's just like nothing. So we're gonna go into town. We have a great place to stay. We're gonna be able to take showers, get ready, and go have some dinner somewhere. We have no more food because we gave it all away. Let's do it. Hop in. I hope you like audiobooks because this thing's set to autoplay my books.
We then proceeded the 30 kilometers into the town of Tapachula, which may or may not be the wettest place on Earth. First, we checked into our hotel, Hotel Casa Mexicana, a quaint early 1900s hotel that had been transformed into a boutique stay. Here, we ditched the car and set off on foot to explore our one night here in Tapachula.
It's raining, it's pouring, the sun's out still a little bit. Last time it was dark when it started to pour. Today it's pouring in the daylight time.
What a beautiful song, Chris. Anyway, we were recommended this great restaurant by one of the locals. This was El Nito Tea.
Hey, they have one of those little mermaid combs. I need it. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat?
Yep. This place had a really cool vibe, and we were both happy to be here and out of the yard.
There's sweet salsas, medium, spicy, and weird stuff.
And of course, at my request, there was wine, which was made into a lovely sangria right before our eyes.
Alright, Chris
Chris has ordered some fried bits of fat.
They're called chicharrones.
Yeah. It's amazing how much you can fit in your mouth.
Best shrimp shits, Cabo's nachos.
Yeah, actually.
Those were so good.
Those were really good.
Yeah, this is,
It's like actual meat. I thought it was just gonna be like fried fat.
it's mostly fat.
No,
Yeah, it is. That's where all the flavor is, baby.
whatever.
And it is. This is a top-notch dish. That was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do.
It was quite a place. I would say walking 20 minutes to get here in the pouring rain was totally worth it. 18 is part of the experience.
Yeah.
Get you some ice cream because you're so cold.
I would like some ice cream.
I bet you would. We've not got it yet.
I've been jonesing
We've been
for
here
my
for-
last ice cream in Mexico.
We were then officially on our next mission, and that was to satisfy my irrational craving of ice cream. To be fair, ice cream in Mexico is like a thing. I don't know what they're doing differently down here, but ice cream always seems to hit the spot.
It is coming down. Perros y gatos. ¿Sí, Kelly? Muchos perros y un poco gatos. Anyway, we're just heading back. No big deal. Only a 20-minute walk. Look at me. I have a comb over. Oh, there's lightning.
I have like this weird comb over.
What? What do you say? I should fix it. From doing this. There, I did it again. See?
Despite the torrential downpour we were experiencing, this was really our one and only night to see the town of Tapachula. So we pressed on and made the most of it.
I feel like we're in Disneyland.
You feel like we're in Disneyland?
Yeah, or
Why?
Disney World. I don't know, there's like lights and cool buildings, bright colors.
There's no garbage can, so I call bullshit. This rain is f***ing nuts, man. Full wet dog status here.
Well, we finally arrived.
We're waiting for ice cream because that's what people do when they're drenched. I don't know if you're aware, but it's raining outside. A little drizzle. I'm ready for a shower, but instead I'm waiting for a Butterfinger blizzard.
We waited patiently here in the lobby, our sad sacks dripping all over the floor.
Ready?
Yeah, here you go.
You wanna
Are we
eat
eating
and
it?
walk?
Yeah, let's eat and walk. We'll just have a casual stroll.
Alright.
I'm bummed we couldn't give you a daytime tour because the grounds of this boutique hotel were designed so purposefully and the decor was both traditional and thoughtfully ornate.
Our hotel is a courtyard. Come with me.
Give us a tour.
It opens under control. If I stand in it, I get wet. Like I care at this point. If we go this way, we can go back to our room.
It's just a short jaunt. I really like this hotel, and the footage is not doing it justice because it is super cute, well appointed, and very clean. Like a museum.
Museum, yeah, museum-like. Mostly.
Yeah. And here we are, we made it back.
Yes.
Getting from here back to Portland would be a journey. First, we'd fly from Chiapas to Tijuana, then cross the border on foot, take a train to San Diego, and then a bus to Chris's cousin's house for the night. Get up early the next day and fly from San Diego to Portland. So here we go, getting up at the butt crack of dawn to start making our way back to the States.
Tapachula Airport.
This was our first international flight together in Mexico, but it all felt pretty standard.
Look at this. Look at this.
Sweet, we'll each have some more elbow room.
Parachute?
Welcome to Tijuana. Please remain seated until the cabin crew member indicates when it is done.
We made it to Tijuana. Now our big objective is to cross the border back into the US. No sightseeing for us today, we were on a mission. And of course, we were miles away from the border, so we ended up taking an Uber. Apparently, a lot of others had the same idea that morning, which makes sense now because it's just some random weekday morning and literally hundreds of people were just heading into work. It was a long line, and what felt like even a longer wait, but we finally got there. This part was easy. The United States was clearly very excited to have us return.
One last official checkpoint and we were good to go. Now time to get our train tickets and head on up to San Diego. But first, Chris had to grab one of the most American things ever, a hamburger from McDonald's. Here we go.
Smile.
Look at the camera.
After hopping off the train, we then got a bus. And after that bus, we had some more walking to do. Look at that Sherpa go! And look at me not having to worry about a damn thing for the first time in 2 years.
Welcome to our temporary crib for one night.
I
This
dig
is
it.
my cousin's pool house. And check this out. What you're hearing is the English language.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt my head to watch.
These accommodations were so nice, and we were super grateful to have such wonderful hosts to hang out with during our time here. But our stay here was short and sweet. Tomorrow we got up early again for our final flight back home to Portland, Oregon. After our quick flight up from San Diego, we made our touchdown in Portland, grabbed our bags, and nestled into land life once again. I went back to being in my office during the week, but also made every attempt possible to get outside and see my company's jobs in person, for quality control purposes. Work was one thing we had figured out, but our living situation was just the opposite. We decided we were going to be here a while, on account of hurricane season. Renting an apartment didn't really seem like a lot of fun, as we both caught the travel bug, and let me tell you, that's a tough one to kick. Tune in next week as we figure out where we're going to live and how we're going to do it. And keep watching for this week's blooper reel, sponsored by our patrons.
Show us your Johnson.
Seems inappropriate for YouTube.
Fine.
Fine, I will.
This lady over here.
She identifies as a lady.
Wow, dude. Nice butt.
And the Academy Award goes to...
Chris for call.
Thank you. Thank you.